Hello and welcome back to Kids Can Storytime, and we are reading A Christmas Carol. And can anyone remember where we're up to? We've just finished reading about the first ghost. So we're up to chapter 3 and the second ghost. Later, Scrooge woke up suddenly. He looked around his bedroom. There was nobody there. He went to the door of his living room. "Come in, Ebenezer Scrooge," said a voice. He opened the door and saw something very strange. The room looked so different. The walls of the room were covered with Christmas trees. Here's our Christmas tree. And there was a big fire burning. The floor and the table were hidden by the most delicious kinds of Christmas foods you can imagine. There was holly all around the room, with the great green leaves that were bright and light from the fire. Sitting on top of the food was a happy young giant holding a burning torch, which lit the room. He was wearing a long green dress with white fur at the bottom. He had curly brown hair and a hat made of holly. Come in," said the giant. "I'm the ghost of Christmas Present." "If you've something to teach me," said Scrooge, "take me anywhere you want. I learnt a lot from the first ghost." "Touch my dress," said the ghost. Scrooge did, and soon the trees and the food and the room disappeared. Scrooge found they were walking in a London street on Christmas morning. The shops were full of lovely things to eat. Everyone there was happy. The ghost took him to Cratchit's house, where they were preparing their small Christmas dinner. Scrooge watched as the poor family ate one goose and some potatoes, and a very small Christmas pudding. They were still as happy as if they had eaten a king's dinner. Scrooge looked at Tiny Tim, the youngest child, who was ill and who could not walk. "Will he be here next Christmas?" he asked. "With help," replied the ghost. They left the Cratchits' poor but happy home and walked through the snowy streets of London. Everyone was going out to the evening parties with their friends and families. Suddenly they were in a cold, grey, empty place. Scrooge and the ghost looked through the window of the small house. Inside there was a big family in a small room. They were all singing Christmas songs together. They were very happy. "Who are they?" asked Scrooge. "They are poor miners," said the ghost. "People who work hard inside the earth where we live." The ghost took Scrooge back to London, to Scrooge's nephew, Fred's house, where there was a big party. Fred was telling everyone about his visit to his uncle. "Ha! When I said Merry Christmas to him, he replied, 'Humbug,'" said Fred. Everyone laughed. "He's rich," said Fred, "but he doesn't do anything good with his money, and he doesn't even enjoy Christmas Day. Every year I'll ask him to our party and I wish him Merry Christmas. Perhaps one day he'll understand and give some money to poor Bob Cratchit too." Scrooge and the ghost watched Fred and his friends all evening. So, wait for the next part to read about the third ghost. See you then.